Coronation Street icon Dev Alahan might be murdered by his lover Bernie Winter in upcoming scenes on the ITV soap, as it seems their love affair could end with a brutal death. Dev, played by Jimmy Harkishin, has been a pinnacle of the Coronation Street community for over 2 decades, and he has had a string of romances over the years, with it seeming as if Bernie, Jane Hazlegrove, could be the one for the ITV soap stalwart. The ruthless businessman might finally get his happy ever after. However, executive producer Ian MacLeod has teased the mother of 2 could do something which will have huge ramifications for some of the show's most beloved characters. But could this involve killing her love interest as he discovers her dark secret? In next week's episodes of the weeknight serial drama, the Brown-Winter household is in a much better place following Joseph Brown's, William Flanagan, return after he ran away from home. Feeling the positivity encircling her family, Bernie decides to call in at the shop to see Dev, who helped in the search for her step-grandson. Hoping to also fill the cupboards as finances are a little tight at home, the comical character asks her love interest to give her first refusal on any stock he plans to throw away. As he suggests going for a date soon, Bernie pulls him in for a kiss, as it seems their romance is well and truly back on track. Following their dalliance last year, it seems this time around they could be giving a relationship serious consideration. It's not long before Dev is also in high spirits and decides to pay a visit to the Brown-Winter household with some goods in hand. Both Chesney Brown, Sam Aston, and Gemma Winter, Dolly Rose Campbell, are over the moon to see so much food on their table. As the mother of quadruplets digs in, Chesney is a little more hesitant to accept any charity from his boss and neighbor. With the businessman leaving feeling a little deflated, he could be curious to discover following his visit to his employee's house, they have now been overwhelmed with groceries. Doing a little more digging, he could discover it was actually Bernie who got her daughter's cupboards stocked despite looking for freebies in the corner shop. Needing to know how his love interest suddenly got her hands on so much produce, Dev could learn Bernie got her hands on a considerable amount of money. When Chesney and Gemma put out a television appeal to bring Joseph home, they also said there was a £30,000 reward on offer. Wrapped up in their son coming home, they could have completely forgotten to give Bernie's friend his money for getting the schoolboy home safe. Telling her daughter she was going to sort out the reward money, Bernie could have banked the funds for herself and not told a soul. However, with her family's happiness in jeopardy as Dev learns the truth, she could have no other choice than to murder him. Although she also feels he could have been the one, knowing he has discovered her secret could push her to take extreme action. After 23 years on the show, this could be the most heartbreaking exit for the ruthless businessman after he finally thought he'd found happiness. Executive producer Ian MacLeod spoke to Express.co.uk and other publications about what the future looks like for the Winter Brown family. Following Joseph's runaway plot, the soap boss said, "I love that family a lot. During the pandemic, we haven't been able to see as much of the children as we would have liked, and we probably still can't. But it felt like we were now able to examine what it's like in that house a bit more, especially if you're Joseph, a sensitive young lad who's already got a certain amount of tragedy in his backstory with the death of his mum," he added. Joseph is essentially in the box room while his parents' attention is lavished entirely on these 4 little screaming children over there. Also, having 5 mouths to feed is incredibly difficult for a family that doesn't bring home an awful lot of money. Bernie, for one, in the aftermath of Joseph's disappearance, makes a decision that is for all the right reasons at the time but will ultimately cause the whole family to be brought into disrepute. Bernie's decision jeopardizes burgeoning friendships and it makes the whole of the street really look sideways at the wider Winter Brown family. The choice she makes is very relatable, but it transpires to be a terrible decision, the executive producer explained. So could he have been hinting at the death of one of the soap's most beloved characters at the hands of Bernie? As news of Dev's murder spreads through Weatherfield, the talk will soon turn to who could have struck the killer blow. But will anyone suspect Bernie was the murderer, and will they discover her secret that she could have stolen the reward money?